Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Doug Masterson, and I serve as the Senior Associate Provost for Institutional Success here at the University of Southern Mississippi. I also serve as the SACSCOC Accreditation Liaison, and my office has been involved in preparing for our SACSCOC visit that's going to occur after spring break. I want to thank you for participating in the standards review. This video is going to give you a few little pointers about what you might expect for the meeting coming up between March 24th and 25th is when the standards reviews are going to be taking place here on the Hattiesburg campus. So I want to provide a little bit of information about what's going to happen in this video for you so that you can prepare adequately for your meeting. Just briefly, just to remind everyone, SACSCOC is our accrediting body, and they come on site once every 10 years and give us a look over. They have to do that as part of the federal requirements. And so it's just that time again. It's been 10 years since they were last on campus. We submitted a report to them in September of last year. That report was reviewed by what is called the off-site committee, and we got feedback on that. Did quite well on our report with that. And then we had some items that they needed some additional information on, and we submitted a focused report. That focused report is being reviewed by what is called the on-site committee, and that on-site committee again will be on the Hattiesburg campus right after spring break. So they're going to, or some of them are going to arrive Sunday, March the 22nd. A couple of them will be visiting the Gulf Park campus locations, both Gulf Park and GCRL, on Monday, March the 23rd. And then you will have other reviewers coming in from all over the Southeast region to Hattiesburg on Monday. And so Monday will be a travel day for most of them. And then they'll get started with the standards meetings starting on Tuesday, March the 24th. And so you're going to receive a schedule from Mr. Mike Buckley that'll outline when you need to be at particular meetings. Okay, so most of the meetings that we are having are obligatory, meaning that they have to meet regardless of how whether they found us in compliance or not. We are anticipating that most of the meetings that we are going to have to be in to last no more than 30 minutes. We think we're in pretty good shape, and the questions that they ask are going to be, pretty routine types of things regarding the various standards. So, all of the meetings that will be held in the Thad Cochran Center on the second floor. Before your interview, we ask that you all come in and check in with our staff. So there's going to be a check-in table on the second floor and receive your name badge. We're asking that people check in no later than 30 minutes prior to the meeting time. And this is largely because there could be some last-minute variations in meetings, and we just want to give ourselves plenty of time to make any adjustments as may be necessary during the on-site visit. So please arrive 30 minutes prior to your meeting time and get checked in. The email that you receive from Mr. Buckley includes a map of where to check in. Again, you'll see signs when you get on the second floor of the Thad Cochran Center. Once you have checked in, you will be escorted by one of our staff to a room where you'll meet with committee members. Again, we're anticipating 30 minutes, but it could go 30 to 45 minutes depending on the standard and how many people are in the room and how much you all engage with them in conversation. And so we're anticipating things to be pretty smooth again, but plan on at least 30 to 45 minutes per meeting. We will have what we're calling a waiting or work room that will be available to you as well. So some of you have multiple standards that as a result of your position that they need to do interviews, and you'll be in multiple meetings. And we've tried to schedule those meetings to where you'll be able to take advantage of timing in a way, so to speak, so that the meetings aren't drug out for you all day. However, we have, like I said, put together a waiting room or a work room, however you want to think about it, where you can open up your laptop and relax and or do a little bit of work that you need to do in between meetings. So in between those interviews. So there's no need for you to leave. So if you've got a meeting at 11:30 and the next one is at 1 or whatever, just know that you'll have a place where you can sit, relax, enjoy a few snacks, a few drinks, and by drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, and be ready for the next interview. Mike will send a Teams calendar invite to each one of you so that this ends up being on your calendar. That's coming. That Teams invitation is going to include information on the standard that you'll be in the meeting with, so we'll give you that kind of information. We're also going to provide for you what we submitted in terms of that standard for the report, either the original report submitted in September or the focused report, or both, depending on the standard. We'll give you a couple, some ideas of anticipated questions from the committee. This really kind of came from the focused report, so when they asked us for additional information, we'll let you know what that was in that focused report. So you'll be able to see kind of what they were trying to probe for or get more information out of in those particular standards. And the email will also, again, tell you when and where to check in for your interview meetings. The meeting with the committee members is going to be very laid back and casual. These things go pretty smoothly. Remember, you're being interviewed by colleagues from other institutions, other peer institutions, and other member institutions from SACSCOC. So, you're going to be meeting with people that have similar experiences at their institution as you have here. So, there's no need to be nervous. You're not actually being held under a microscope. They're here to help us in so many ways. So just remember, it's kind of a casual meeting. There's no formal agenda that you're going to have to address while you're in there. And with that, there's no need to really prepare specific answers ahead of time. You are the experts in these areas, and you're going to be able to answer the questions, we believe, very straightforwardly. And so they're really just going to ask you about the areas that you're involved in as it relates to those standards and your work and or experience in those areas. It's very important. I do want to mention it's very important to be mindful of language when we're talking with SACSCOC. And by that I mean making sure that we refer to things properly. So just a couple of things. Remember, we have off-campus instructional sites. We do not have branch campus locations. So don't refer to Gulf Park as a branch campus. Gulf Park is an off-campus instructional site. GCRL is an off-campus instructional site. And while I know a lot of people identify with those areas as campuses, and we certainly brand it that way from time to time, they are not officially branch campus locations. So let's just make sure we keep that straight when we're talking with them. Let's not muddy the waters and cross non-SACSCOC language with SACSCOC language, that kind of thing. Another important thing to remember is that each item in our bulletin is a major. It is an academic program by SACSCOC definition. So we should avoid the use of things like emphasis areas, or this emphasis or that emphasis. If it's a degree plan in the bulletin, if it appears on their transcript, it is a academic program. So it's just best to refer to everything as either an academic program or as a major. SACS really isn't going to ask us anything about minors, so you don't need to worry about anything along those lines from a SACS perspective. So it's also important to remember it is absolutely okay to say I don't know. If they ask you a question that you do not know an answer to and you say I don't know, perfectly fine. They may ask for some follow-ups. If that's the case, or some follow-up information, the reviewers will get in touch with myself or Mr. Buckley, and we will work to identify the sources of information that they are looking for and provide that to them as quickly as possible. So don't feel the need to provide an answer that you don't know. If you don't know, just simply say I don't know, and move on from that. And if they have additional needs for additional information, we will work to get that to them. If the committee has follow-up questions, they may request another interview or additional documentation. So it's very important during those 2 days while they're on campus that you be flexible, because we might have to reach out to you to bring you back in for a follow-up. Again, we're really not anticipating this to be the case, but it is a possibility, and we want you just to be prepared for it. So on that Tuesday and Wednesday, please make sure your schedule for your normal work duties during those days are highly flexible, and that you can come to a meeting at a moment's notice if necessary. Follow-up interviews will be held on Wednesday afternoon, and if it's applicable. We've scheduled that in, and you'll see that on the schedule that Mr. Buckley provides you in the email. So again, just be flexible with us. I don't need to tell this group, but of course, dress appropriately. The dress can be, we're calling it smart casual. They don't require you to wear a suit or a tie or your Sunday best, so to speak. But again, we are representing the university, so we want to be professionally dressed. I'll just tell you, I will be wearing a tie and a jacket, but that's my preference. It's not necessary for you all to dress like that, but make sure you're representing the university well. We do want to leave them with a great impression. At the end of this video, I'm going to provide some contact information for you, and if you have any questions as you're reviewing things, once Mike gets you that information in your calendar invitation. So you're more than welcome to reach out to him about any questions about the logistics, the times, that kind of thing. You're more than welcome to reach out to me if you have any questions about the standards or our focus report, whatever the case may be. If you need additional information, we can certainly set up a Teams meeting. And then also, if you're on this side of campus, we certainly welcome people to just drop in and visit us. So if you're over this way, don't be afraid to just pop in the International Center, come up to the 5th floor. We're in Suite 517. Mr. Buckley will be out front, and he can answer any questions that he may be able to answer, or you can certainly pop your head in my office, and I'd be happy to talk with you about any of the standards that you want to talk about. Again, we believe we're in great shape, and we're looking forward to a great visit by our colleagues from other institutions, and we hope you have an enjoyable experience with this as well. Thank you very much.